Hello, everybody. The two people that are here, maybe more people will join us. As Shabbat approaches, uh, I've been thinking a lot about the fractures that exist inside the Jewish community since October 7th. And this week's Torah portion, Ki Tisa, speaks directly to moments when a community breaks and what leadership and covenant ask of us when that happens. All right, so we're thinking a lot about um, the fractures that exist in the Jewish community since October 7th. So October 7th, 2023, I think changed something in our community. Now, many of these fractures were already there, but it did change something. It opened the fractures inside Jewish communities between people who had been friends, between parents and their children, parents and their adult children, who no longer know how to talk to each other. We have raised a generation of Jews on the teaching that every human being is created in the image of the divine. Every human being is created B'Tselem Elohim in the image of God. They were taught to love their neighbor, to love their neighbor as they love themselves. They took these teachings seriously, and then they were told that applying those values to Palestinians or to anyone outside the Jewish community made them bad Jews. That their universal values were a betrayal of Judaism. The universal values that we taught this generation. In my opinion, that's a failure of leadership, and it has cost us because the particular and the universal are not opposites in our tradition. They are the conversation. To talk about the particular meaning Jews and the universal meaning everyone else, that's the conversation. We are a specific people with specific memory and specific obligation. We are also commanded to love the stranger, to pursue justice, to repair the world, and we live inside a civilization. And we live inside a civilization, inside a country, and we cannot sit by while our neighbor is in trouble, while our neighbors are bleeding. Um, and some voices within the Jewish community are pulling us toward Judaism of only the particular. We must protect our own, focus inward, let go of the rest. And I understand the fear behind that, but it asks us to forget the Judaism. It asks us to forget what Judaism also is and has always been. And I believe that rabbis and spiritual leaders must be able to hold the grief of this moment, to be able to hold this moment in full, and must also be able to care about Israelis and Palestinians at the same time. So care about the Jewish people, care about Israelis and Palestinians at the same time. My theology tells me that one people's pain does not cancel out another people's pain. When our neighbor is in pain, we are also in pain. Our tradition has faced fractures before, and this week's Torah portion is a wonderful example of that. In this week's Torah portion, we arrive at the Torah portion Ki Tisa. We arrive at another moment when the Jewish people fracture. While Moses is up on Mount Sinai, as the young folks say, while Moses is moseying on the mountain, the people grow afraid of uncertainty, of being leaderless. Fear drives them to build a golden calf. When Moses comes down the mountain, he shatters the tablets, the very symbol of our covenant. And this Torah portion teaches something deeper about what it means to be a leader. Teaches us something deeper about leadership. A leader does not avoid fracture. So Moses came down the mountain. He saw what his people was doing. Yes, he got angry. He dropped the tablets, or threw the tablets, however you want to interpret that. But Moses doesn't abandon the people. He doesn't leave the people. He goes back up that mountain and he intercedes, he pleads on the behalf of the people, and he returns with a second set of tablets. He had every reason to walk away, but he stayed. Our tradition teaches that both the broken tablets and the second set were carried together inside the Ark of the Covenant. The shattered pieces were also sacred. So you have the full set of tablets, the full set of tablets and the broken tablets, both in the Ark of the Covenant. But the shattered pieces were kept sacred alongside the whole. Repair and rupture travel together. You cannot have the second set of tablets without the first ones breaking. That has always been part of our tradition. We do not discard the broken. We do not discard the broken. We carry it with us alongside the possibility of repair. And that is the work of this moment that we're in. That is the work of this. That is the work in front of us right now in this moment. So as we enter Shabbat, may we find courage to hold the broken pieces and still believe that covenant is possible. So wherever you are in the world, Shabbat Shalom, my friends. Till next time.